In this video, we're going to compare USA versus France 2025, squad depths, star power, and midfield battles. The US men's national team is going to be stacked in 2025. Just wait until you see who's returning for the next World Cup cycle and all of the young stars that are coming through the ranks. The Americans have a lot of players with high ceilings, which has me excited about the future of the program. But how do they match up against another powerhouse like France? Les Bleus have won the FIFA World Cup twice and were runners-up just 2 years ago. They also reached the Final Four of the UEFA Nations League in 2021. And as far as squad depth goes, they've got plenty of big names returning for their 2025 World Cup run, including Kylian Mbappé. He could end up being the all-time leading scorer for France by the time it's all said and done. So in this video, we're going to compare USA versus France 2025, squad depth, star power, and midfield battles. Let's start with squad depth. The United States will be very deep at the 2025 World Cup. The Americans made some significant strides during the 2022 World Cup qualifying cycle. They finished first in their group, which included Mexico, Panama, and Honduras, scoring 21 goals while conceding just 3. Those numbers don't lie. The Americans were a dominant force in CONCACAF, and with another 2 years of experience under their belts, they're only going to get better. The likes of Christian Pulisic, Weston McKennie, Sergio Dest, and Tyler Adams will bring valuable experience to the pitch. Also, there will be no shortage of attacking options for the Americans in 2025. Josh Sargent and Jesus Ferreira will continue to lead the line for the US, and they'll be supported by a dynamic duo of wingers in Pulisic and Brenden Aaronson. These 4 forwards have the potential to cause havoc on opposing defenses, and with the addition of Ricardo Pepi back from his loan at the Americans will have a wealth of attacking talent at their disposal. On top of that, the Americans will have plenty of creativity in the midfield thanks to the likes of Yunus Musah and Luka de la Torre. Both players have the ability to unlock defenses with their passing range and vision. Overall, the US is shaping up to be a well-balanced team with a potent attack and a solid midfield. And with a few more months of development under their belts, they are going to be a force to be reckoned with in 2025. As for France, well, they always seem to find a way to qualify for major tournaments. And when they get there, they're always a threat to win it all. So what makes them so successful? Well, part of it has to do with their never-ending supply of world-class talent. Case in point, their current squad, it includes players like Kylian Mbappé, Antoine Griezmann, Paul Pogba, and those are just a few of the big names. France has a deep pool of talent to choose from, and that's why they always seem to be in contention for major titles. Their attacking prowess is well known, but what often gets overlooked is their solid defense. Led by the likes of Raphael Varane and Presnel Kimpembe, France's backline is organized and efficient. They're not afraid to get physical, and they're always in the right position to make a play. In addition to their strong defense, France also boasts one of the best goalkeepers in the world in Hugo Lloris. He's been the captain of the French national team since 2010 and has over 100 caps. Lloris is a leader on and off the pitch, and his presence gives France a sense of calm and confidence between the posts. With a solid defense and an elite goalkeeper, France knows that they can rely on their backline to keep them in games. This is especially important in knockout matches where mistakes can be costly. France has a knack for keeping their cool in high-pressure situations, and that's why they are always a threat to win it all. Overall, France's success can be attributed to their world-class talent, solid defense, and elite goalkeeper. And if they can continue to develop their young players, they'll be a force to be reckoned with for years to come. When it comes to star power, both teams have plenty of it. As I mentioned earlier, France has players like Mbappé, Griezmann, Pogba, and Dembélé, while the United States has Christian Pulisic, Sergio Dest, and Tyler Adams. These are just a few of the big names on each team, and they'll be key contributors in 2025. But let's take a closer look at some of the rising stars on each team. On the American side, we have players like Ricardo Pepi, Yunus Musah, and Luka de la Torre. All 3 players are under the age of 22, and they have the potential to be game changers. Then we have Giovanni Reina, who was born in 2002. He's a creative attacking midfielder who can unlock defenses with his passing range and vision. Reina is still raw, but his potential is sky high, and he could be a key player for the Americans in 2025. As for France, they have players like Eduardo Camavinga and Jamal Musiala. All 3 players are under the age of 23, and they're already making waves in European football. Coman is a dynamic winger who can beat his man off the dribble and provide dangerous crosses into the box. Tchouameni is a box-to-box midfielder who can dominate the middle of the park and dictate the tempo of the game. Massa is a versatile attacker who can play anywhere, across the front line, and he's got a knack for finding the back of the net. These are just a few of the rising stars on each team, and they'll be key contributors in 2025. Both teams have a nice mix of youth and experience, and they're led by some of the biggest names in world football. and with another 2 years of development under their belts, they're only going to get better. Now let's talk about the midfield battle. This is where things get really interesting because both teams have some of the best midfielders in the world. On the American side, we have Tyler Adams, Weston McKennie, and Yunus Musa. Adams is a defensive midfielder who's not afraid to get into the dirty work and break up plays. He's also a good passer of the ball, and he's able to distribute it quickly to the attacking players. McKennie is a box-to-box midfielder who's strong, athletic, and has a knack for finding the net. He's also a good all-around player who can defend when needed. Musa is an attacking midfielder who's creative, has good vision, and can unlock defenses with his passing range. He's also a good dribbler and can make things happen in the final third. As for France, they have Paul Pogba and Antoine Griezmann. Pogba is a world-class midfielder who can control the tempo of the game and dictate where the ball goes. He's also a good passer and can thread the needle with his long passes. Tchouameni is a strong, athletic midfielder who's good in the air and can win tackles. He's also a good passer and can pick out his teammates with his long-range passing. Griezmann is a versatile midfielder who can play anywhere across the park. He's a good passer, has good vision, and can create scoring opportunities for his teammates. This is just a preview of what should be an epic battle in the midfield. Each team has players who can control the tempo of the game, break up plays, and create scoring opportunities. It'll be exciting to see how these two teams match up in the middle of the park, and whoever comes out on top will likely be the one hoisting the trophy in 2025. And that's it for our comparison of USA vs France 2025. Squad depth, star power, and midfield battles. What do you think? Which team will come out on top? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.